Well, no sir, I didn't forget about this Nuzlocke. After being a bit caught up with life and a little unlucky with this episode shiny, I finally made some time and got lucky. Welcome to the 6th episode of the Pokemon White Shiny Badge Quest Nuzlocke. This episode has a lot of content to cover, so let's get right into it. Coming out of a down and dirty fight with Gym Leader Clay, we go to heal up our team for another big fight. Bianca blocks our progress on our way to Route 6, so we gotta show her up with the shiny squad. We just beat Clay, so our level cap increases to 35, but I have to make sure I don't overlevel. Regardless, Aquamono still is top monkey and puts the dog on a leash after setting up a bit and sending a scald. Next, Musharna with all its special tankiness still can't deal with the wet and the Mono takes it out. I think there was another Pokemon but it died so quick I don't even know if I need to cover it. Duok comes out next, so I opt to split some XP and go into Snack. Dodging the confusion, we then slice and dice with our Snack to mess an Otter up. GG's Bianca, can I get your music theme though? It kinda slaps. On our way to our next destination, I make sure to grab some stacks of repels. We're gonna be needing these, trust me. Up at the Nooka Chargestone Cave, Clay finally gives us the TM he should have given us after we beat him. This is some Whitney level stingy stuff right here, come on now, clear even. Anyways, after we get in, we bump into N and the Shadow Triad. They got some goons in the gallows and we gotta clean them out. Bianca sees us again, bringing Professor Juniper with her this time. Juniper gives us a phenomenal item, the Lucky Egg, which will come in handy for leveling and stuff later on. Then, we start to trudge our way through the cave. The first trainer, known to be a bit tricky to dodge in the any percent speedrun, just has an Arcan. Aquamono handles his business. We grab a few good items like an elixir, an HP up, and a nugget as we make our way downstairs. We finally run into the Plasma Gauntlet. This time around though, I have a nifty trick up my sleeve. Every battle, I have a chance to avoid the fight entirely by utilizing the Plasma Skip, or the Dust Cloud Skip. If I spawn a cloud of dust within the trainer's line of sight, while also allowing a tile on the other side of the cloud that is in the trainer's line of sight, the trainer won't start up a battle with me. I'll include a clip of this happening in an actual speedrun in the description, as it provides very lucrative time save. Okay, thanks for letting me mansplain about Plasma Skip, since I didn't want to talk about how easy those battles were. I was limiting myself to one try per grunt, but on the very last grunt, voila! We skip the trainer and we go right upstairs. After fighting a couple more optionals, it's time to fight N again. This fight around, he recruited a bunch of friendly Chargestone Cave residents to take us on. Unfortunately, we got the beast from Pinwheel on our side, and without even utilizing his guts ability, Juice makes some pretty quick work of the rock, electric, and steel types. Good stuff, buff boy. After Juniper tries to reason with N, he has a hissy fit and just straight up dips. Peace, I guess. With the Drama Queen gone, we now have to deal with somebody else's BS, Skyla! Popping in Mistralton City, we meet Cedric Juniper and the new gym leader for the first time. Cedric even gives us the forms section for the Pokédex. Sweet deal, it's nice to shiny check later on. Even sweeter is the variety of resources we now get in Mistralton City. We get a Move the Leader and a Move Relearner, as well as all the weather casting TMs from the shop. Had to drop some cheddar on those. We explore the rest of the city for little items and then start venturing out to Route 7. We have to go to Route 7 to go to Celestial Tower, where we need to meet Skyla at the top to progress the story. We clear through a mighty wave of optionals, piloting mainly Stereo Girl, and at some point we take a break, touch some grass, and grab the X-Scissor TM, which is a phenomenal upgrade for our Steely Bug. Moving and grooving at the tower, we also grabbed the TMs for Will-O-Wisp and Shadowclaw, which could prove useful later. Getting to the top, we ring Skyla's bell and she finally goes back to the gym. We're not going to head back yet though, we got a new member to find. After a brutal and self-inflicted 44,578 random encounters, I ended up with 2 Elgyem for phase diversity and then ensured the candle on the 3rd phase. Passed out Oxalitwick took a while to find, but I'm so glad he's finally here. With an incredibly clutch modest nature, this thing is going to crank up the heat and maybe the Soldier Boy. DJ Liddy's IVs are looking like 13 in HP, 30 in its lowered attack, 5 in defense, 5 in its boosted special attack, 17 in special defense, and 5 in speed. While the special attack and speed stats certainly could be a lot better, this candle definitely got the heat. Let's see what kind of jams he puts on later. Go check the reaction video linked in the description if you're interested in seeing the phases though. Without looking back, I immediately dump all my EVs into special attack and speed. This candle is definitely going to be frail like sand, but it's going to melt into a glass cannon, trust me. With a fresh candle dope like cheaters in the Olympics, we go right into Mistralton City Gym. Unfortunately, Aquamono is going to handle trainers for a bit while we gradually buff up the rest of the team. The first gym trainer has a couple of Tranquil, so Skull does a trick and we wash him over. The second gym trainer also falls without much effort, only having a Ducklet and a Woobat. To follow up, the third trainer has a Sigilyph in the back, so we gotta set up on the Ducklet and Scald on both birds easily. Believe it or not, this is gonna be crazy, this might shock you. I also set up on the fourth trainer, who has a Detect spamming on Fazan, and take it out the following turn. Crazy stuff. To wrap things up, the very last trainer only has a Swoobet. After we beat it though, Arkin did learn Crunch, which could be helpful later on. That was painful, but the layups aren't over yet. After a good grinding sesh with the Sparkly squad, defeating a few optional trainers and acquiring some random items, I fully edged my team and we're ready for the next gym battle. Here we go. Skyla leads off with Swoobet. Having amnesia, I counter set up with workup on Aquamono, trying to match it. Eventually, I get to the point where Thief could actually do enough, so I swipe the Swoo and take it out. Coming up next is Unfazant, who can't take the heat from Scald. Easy one shot. Finally, Swanna holds down the back and even lives a Scald, but the setup is just too much and the pilot goes down. GG's. I probably could have done this fight in my sleep. I regret making it so easy. Obviously, setup ensures safety and consistency, but at the cost and risk of being cool. Let's see how long it'll last, but until next time, thanks for watching episode 6 of the Pokemon White Shiny Badge Quest Nuzlocke. Peace.